Set hike. I'm your neighborhood reporter, Travis Hicks. I'm here inside a Lions superfan home who tells me going to game days on Sunday has been a family tradition for decades. And the big topic in my neighborhood is the roads. Neighbors tell me they want to see better roads, and city leaders have a plan to fix the issue. I'm your Potterville neighborhood reporter, Travis Hicks. I'm here outside of Potterville High School, where we now learn a construction worker who was injured earlier this week on the job has now died. There's exciting news in my neighborhood. They just opened a new infusion center to help our neighbors who are battling cancer. And a new teen space is coming to my neighborhood, as you can see behind me. The goal is to create a safe space for teenagers and keep them out of trouble. That's right, Danny. We're getting ready for all the action with a special look at some of the businesses and organizations that make our neighborhood great and some of its current challenges. For one of my neighbors, having to get new brakes is connected with getting her taxes done. It all has to do with that tax refund. You talked, we listened. We held our first ever Let's Talk event nearly 2 weeks ago at the Eaton County Expo. Chicken's future in my neighborhood of Charlotte is uncertain. I'm your Eaton Rapids neighborhood reporter, Travis Hicks. A new water project that's nearly $34 million, making it the largest infrastructure project in Eaton Rapids history, is coming to town. I spoke to officials and residents. Here's what I learned.
Obviously time to upgrade and make the house look a little nicer. I neglected it on my own part with the kids growing up and waited for them to move out because it was more important for, school clothes and stuff for the kids. It's time to put the house together.
Eaton Rapids neighbor Brad Hendrickson tells me he is working on a home project to fix up his house. He says he thinks the investment in the upgrades will pay off. And not far from Hendrickson's home, I learned about how the city of Eaton Rapids is working on a project of its own, upgrading parts of the city's water system. I asked Hendrickson what he thinks about the rate increases that will come along with the project.
Well, my reaction to hearing that would be that I can understand a rate increase if the work and the improvements are being made.
Eaton Rapids Mayor Pam Kolstock says July 1st, water rates for my neighbors will go up by 20% to pay for projects. Kolstock says neighbors will see a similar increase next year and the year after that. Altogether, it will be an increase of more than 65% over the next few years.
There's a ton of infrastructure work that's going to be happening, things that have not happened in many, many years.
The upgrades include replacement of 3 water filters that are years behind their lifespan.
Very, very large scale filters that go in the water treatment plant, and each one of those costs $700,000. So you're looking at over $2 million right there for just those water filters.
Kolstock says city leaders didn't want to raise rates all at once, so they spread it out over the next few years. What would you do for neighbors who maybe can't afford this?
Sure. So anytime that people are having a struggle with their utility bills, whether it's the electric, the water, the sewer, we do have resources here that we will provide to them. They can also call 211 and they can contact the Capital Area Community Services as well, and they will direct them to how they can get help for that.
Kolstock says she wanted to try to let neighbors know about the changes coming.
Notice in our utility newsletters that just went out this last weekend. We also have that posted on our website, and then of course we wanted to reach out to Fox 47 to do this story as well.
Back with Henderson, he told me he's happy how the city is upgrading some of its water system, even if it means a rate increase.
I'm happy to see the city actually taking steps to improve and keep our infrastructures up to date and moving forward.
In Eaton Rapids, I'm Travis Hicks, Fox 47 News. I'm your Charlotte neighborhood reporter, Travis Hicks. I'm here right outside of Charlotte Middle School, where I spoke to concerned parents about leaky ceilings in the classrooms. I'm going to show you pictures they shared with me.
This is a public threat.
Concerns from Charlotte's middle school parents circulating across my neighborhood.
This is the ceiling that it's been dripping through.
These photos that parents say were taken inside of the school shows what looks like water-damaged ceilings that appear to be falling in.
My kids have been telling me about it for a little while, but it's become a much larger issue as of recently, and I think more and more folks are starting to realize how big of a problem it really has become.
But it's also concerning because a lot of kids have asthma and stuff like that, and the possible mold and the sicknesses coming from the water that's dripping through the ceilings, it doesn't fit well with the kids.
A problem that has parents Laura Bensinger and Brittany MacArthur worried about potential health risks. After listening to their concerns, I wanted to find out more. Hello, Sherry. My name is Travis Hicks with Fox 47 News. We left a message with Charlotte's Code Enforcement Office. I also reached out to the district superintendent, Mandy Stewart, who told me drain issues are the root of the problem and they're working hard to get the issue resolved. She also noted that mold is not present. What's your message to Mandy Stewart and the rest of the staff here about addressing this issue?
Absolutely. I think Mandy's probably trying to do her best with the situation and what she's got to work with here. However, we're at a point where this is no longer just a desire from folks. This is an absolute necessity.
We reached out to the district and they provided us with a statement saying in part, the safety and well-being of our students and staff remain our top priority. We appreciate everyone's patience and cooperation and want to reassure our school community that we are focused on providing a safe, supportive space for learning and growth. Reporting in Charlotte, I'm Travis Hicks, Fox 47 News. I grew up loving playing basketball, but the price to play wasn't cheap. I'm your Charlotte neighborhood reporter, Travis Hicks. Families from all across the country are feeling the financial pressures of youth sports. A survey commissioned by Good Sports says 75% of families are considering removing their children from sports because of the rising costs. I caught up with parents in my neighborhood to see how they're managing the costs of youth sports.
But what we've tried to do as a family is just really prioritize what our children want and what they're most interested in.
The sports gives us so much happiness watching them play and do their passion. So we just find a way to make it work because it can get costly.
Eaton County resident Anna Juarez tells me her 10-year-old son and 11-year-old daughter participate in one sport each because of the rising costs year after year. Her son playing football and her daughter as a cheerleader.
Definitely they have to kind of choose which one they like more because we can't afford to do all of them.
I also met Eaton County neighbor Nick Krongberg, who is a head coach for the JV baseball team at Charlotte High School, and he says they rely on community donations to help with funds like cleats and gloves.
Ultimately, it's just about relying on the community as much as you can. We've been very fortunate with our fundraiser efforts at our high school level. The community's been really good for us in that aspect.
According to Good Sports, 95% of parents agree that children benefit from playing sports. However, for Juarez, she echoed a similar message on how fundraising and volunteering go a long way in helping make sure all kids in sports are accommodated.
We all volunteer because without the volunteers, it can't happen. So we need people that volunteer for the clock and to hold the flags and to work the concession stands. It's a great community and everybody pitches in with that.
In Charlotte, I'm Travis Hicks, Fox 47 News.